Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. On the last episode, we went through another one of the Shrine's trials and we won without the boss getting a single turn because we kept delaying him, which was just fun. And now, I went ahead and got the trial chest, did the stuff, basically got the chests. And now, we're in front of the boss door, ready to take him out and move forward. Let's see what awaits us. Well, here we are. There it is, our fourth crystal of Zemirian ore. All that remains is to overcome the final trial, and it will be ours. So what is going to be our final trial? Another night. And here it comes. This feels like... Sorry, what was that? What the? Did it just vanish? No, this was the work of...
Oops, you caught me.
Up there.
Vita.
Grianos.
So that was your doing, Vita?
There's no need to be so wary of me. I merely did what you were planning to do anyway, didn't I? I just did you a favor.
A likely story.
You can't seriously expect us to believe that. Last time you tried to do us a favor, you abducted Elise and Princess Alphen.
Oh, woe is me. I don't seem to be very popular here.
What
Hey, when you
really
kidnap the
brought you
princess
here?
and somebody's sister, of course you're not gonna be popular.
How did you even know this place existed? Even I didn't until Celine told me.
Unlike you, I'm a fully fledged witch, in the truest sense of the word. As such, I know everything. Far more than a trainee like you could even begin to imagine.
Sounds like you've long known all there is to know about this place.
More than you and the Elder do, in fact. Oh, I know. Why don't I take this opportunity to enlighten you on a fun little something? That being the true purpose of the Hexen clan to which we belong.
What is this light?
A flash grenade? No, this is...
Something's flowing into my head.
So, this is what a crystal of ancient magical ore looks like. The light from it is so beautiful, it's almost divine. Overcome the trial to find what you seek. The witch was right, it seems. This should grant us the strength to suppress the great calamity. Indeed, the final battle draws near. Ever since I first met that great knight, my fate was sealed. I will abide by it, but will you accompany me? You needn't even ask, Your Highness. I will be by your side until the day the goddess calls me to hers.
What did I just see? Another one of someone's memories?
Whatever it was, I witnessed it as well. And I presume that blonde-haired woman in it must be.
That shouldn't have been possible. Just what did you do for us to see that?
Think of it as a special treat from me. Ordinarily, only the Ashen Awakener would have been able to see it, but I allowed the rest of you to see it too. As for what it is, it's a glimpse of the truth regarding what really happened during the War of the Lions.
The truth? And that really was a memory from...
Draco's the Lionheart, yes. And the woman with him was the Lance Maiden, Leanne Sandlot. During the war, they too had to borrow the strength of a divine knight. And they were drawn into a conflict between fragments of the great power. Just like Reen and Crow during this war.
Wait, there's no way the War of the Lions involved divine knight battles.
If that had been the case, surely the world would know of it.
Actually, I have heard mention of that from Grandmother. Wait, doesn't that mean...
Oh, has the truth finally dawned on you? The fragments of the great power are destined to be drawn to one another, forced to collide over and over and over. These dark times Erebonia is going through have repeated themselves since time immemorial. And every time, the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all. That is how this system works.
System?
Hold on a moment. I can't follow what you're saying.
Oh, don't feel bad if you're having trouble wrapping your head around it. That's perfectly normal. After all, that's just how this world is.
Wait, you aren't suggesting the clan's true purpose is...
Aha! Did you finally realize the fundamental shoulder the responsibility of operating and managing part of that giant system? Not that I would expect an apprentice and her familiar to know anything about that. The Elder knows, of course, but she chose not to share the knowledge with you, likely fearing it would be a burden. But how pitiful is it to have lived for the sake of fulfilling your duty as a witch without knowing what that duty really is? I almost feel sorry for you.
You're awful. How can you say something like that to someone you're meant to think of like a sister?
I heard you were a sadist, but I wasn't expecting you to be this cruel.
Don't look away, Emma. There's no need to be afraid of accepting the truth.
Reen?
Oh?
I know what it's like to be afraid of accepting new revelations about who I am or about my past. I feel like once I know, life will never be the same again. Maybe that's true, but there's one thing that I can believe in beyond a shadow of a doubt. That my classmates and all the people who've stood by me through everything that we've been through will keep standing by me to the very end and accept me for who I am no matter what.
Yeah. Everyone accepted me, despite my past as a Jaeger.
Hold your head up high, Emma. There's nothing in this world that could stop us from proudly standing at your side until the bitter end.
I don't know what to say. Vida, thanks to you, I finally noticed the change in my own feelings.
Change?
I enrolled at Thor's to fulfill my duty as a witch. I won't deny that. Nor will I deny that until that point, I effectively lived to carry out that duty, obeying all I was taught without question. But that's the past. Now, I feel very different. Now, I want to live a life of my own, together with the classmates I've been fortunate enough to meet. I'm no longer the person I used to be.
Emma.
Woo! You go, Emma!
That's the class president we know.
We all feel the same way too.
I'm impressed.
Are you
You've
though?
matured a lot more than
You're
I was
weird.
expecting during your time at the academy.
Vida?
But let's put that to the test, shall we? I haven't had the opportunity to train you in some time. So this is as good a chance as any to see what you're capable of now.
Do you really want to fight me now?
Dance, dance, my
Or you just
sweet
want to
little bird.
summon things to fight me?
Behold, your master's foes. Bare your fangs and raise your talons.
What the?
Everyone get back! Quickly!
So, you can't fight me yourself. Alright. I'll take on your birdie.
It grew? What did she do to it?
It's called Savant Vols. It allows a witch to pour an incredible amount of mana into their familiar. I'd imagine she's given it more power than even a cryptid possesses.
Well then, Emma, let's see what you're capable of. Show me if you have the strength to back up your words.
Please, everyone, lend me your power.
You've got it.
Leave it to us.
You're on.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. I'll handle it.
Emma, your aircraft. Okay.
I've got it! Here I go!
Zodiac Ray. Alright. I wonder if it's a quick caster. I won't worry about that yet. Yeah, I won't worry about that just yet.
Great stars in the heavens above! Answer to my voice and heed my call! Zodiac Ray!
My turn. Let's move. Now's our chance.
I'll back you up!
My turn. Here I go.
My turn. I leave this to you.
All right, let's get this started!
Time to try for once.
My turn.
Oh, did you get fainted? Oh, that's gotta suck.
Arcane Gale! Ha! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up!
I'm literally going to give him one turn. Whether he gets it or not, honestly depends on his next move. But I can't guarantee that he's gonna
My
get
turn.
it. Let's just say that.
Arcane Gale! Ha! Now!
I'll back you up!
My turn. My turn. Now! Let's go, everyone!
All right,
Roger.
My turn.
Got it. You're mine! My turn.
I'm counting on ya.
Understood. Witness the fruits of my training.
finished. Full speed ahead. Shadow Brigade!
Here we go.
Here I go! Great stars in the heavens above! Answer to my voice and heed my call! Zodiac Ray!
Let's move. Here goes. Overdrive.
Huh, I guess you can overdrive when he's in that form. Why couldn't that before?
Gather on my blade.
But this is over. This is done. Adios.
Way to show us
Not
how it's done.
Even
You're too kind.
Great.
I'm so glad.
Not bad.
Success.
Nat-
that was
Did
just...
we defeat it?
Yeah, badly.
It felt as though we did at least.
Impressive. It seems you can back up your
Up there!
It looks pretty worn out. I'm surprised Grianos can even fly after that. You don't plan to keep on fighting, do you?
No, I think
Sure,
that will do
I'd be
for
out of
today.
CP, but I mean, if you want to haggle again,
Poor
I'd be
Grianos
more
needs
than
a
happy.
rest for one thing.
Vida,
Well, Emma, you've demonstrated the strength of your resolve. Still, I don't think you need me to remind you. That resolve only gains worth when it's seen through to the end.
yes, I know. I'll find a path through life on my own, and I will stop you.
Oh, I can't see you succeeding in that regard, but feel free to try. I'll leave the last of the treasures in your hands. I'll see you again soon, at the Infernal Rite.
Phew, she's finally gone. I'm curious as to what she was referring to in her parting words, however. Yeah, what's this infernal rite supposed to be? Just how much more than us does she know? I wonder. And about what? What an unpleasant woman. Well, forget about her for now. Let's go and collect the Zamirian ore. Yeah, you're right. Oh gosh, that is cruel. Honestly, I could stand to be nicer to these bosses. And this is the fourth, which means we've been to every spirit shrine we're able to visit. Yeah, this should be plenty enough to make Valamar's new Taichi. We just need to get this back to George and help him with his work however we can. Indeed, we'll need to contact Professor Skimmage to request his assistance too. Shall we hurry back to the Courageous then? Yeah, let's get out of here. Ah, that was fun. I have fun destroying things in games. As well as I have fun from having a relatively alright challenge, I don't like things that are super challenging and add like 500 more used in that. And I mean, add like 500 more used in that. I'm not being exaggerative. There are games that are just far too challenging for their own good, and I don't like them. I mean, it feels like literally you are stressing yourself and not having any fun, and games are meant to be fun. So unless you find that extraordinarily fun, then have at it. But a moderate, decent challenge, one that makes you think, that's fine. Straight up annihilation, that's fine. As long as it's not the monsters annihilating us. That's not fine. That is irritating. And I hate that. But if we're like at the pinch of our health and we can clinch the victory, cool. Alright, looks like you've got a pretty hefty amount. Really? He didn't even use very much of the other's Mirian ore to enhance that weapon? This should be enough to make a top-rate Tai Chi for Valimar. Really? Once this is done, I'll finally be able to fight Crow on equal terms. Yeah, if we manage to finish it. This is going to be significantly more difficult than reinforcing Valimar's existing sword ever was. Remember, we'll be making an entirely new weapon from scratch. I'm not sure we can manage by ourselves. We might even have to ask the professor for help. So it's finally time for Professor Skimmich to come into play. Yep, we got enough Zemirian ore for him to work with now, so I can't see why he would turn us down. Although I can't say I'm all that excited to have him on board. Oh well, we better start getting what we need ready. Pardon me for asking, but why wouldn't you want to have him on board? Well, as you no doubt figured from when you last met him, he's not easy to work with. And if his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you've never seen. He's unbelievable. It feels like you're working with a renowned professor, and it feels less like you're working with a renowned professor and more like babysitting a temperamental child. I see. They do say geniuses are often eccentric. Anyway, I'll call the Institute as soon as I finish sorting his work area out. You don't mind helping me out some, do you? Alright, so first, let's see if we can report the shrines now. These probably aren't anything we can actually report, but I mean, hey. Alright, then let's stop by Ymir because I don't like that we have only the 100 CP since they decided to be so gracious and give us 100 back. Nah, I like having 200. It allows me to be really rude to bosses. And it allows me to guarantee a very powerful hit. So let's take a quick trip to the Phoenix Wings. Take a dip in the hot springs. And well, the bath, I can't call it the hot springs, it's actually not the hot springs. Take a dip in the bath and then help George out. Oh, and how do you like Toa's new look? I think she looks really cute, honestly. Which is why I decided to sleep her like that. I think it fits her perfectly. I couldn't find anyone else who fit the fairy wings. Like, no one. Alright, let's do this. You gotta admit, I'm not being very fair to bosses. I'm literally just delaying them. Though true, at the end he did stop getting affected by delay, but 90% of the time he got delayed. And it was so bad that he didn't get to attack. The one turn that he got, he was fainting. So all it was a recovery turn for him. Nothing. If his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you never seen. So let's make sure we're good here first. Once we're done, I'll call the Institute and invite him on board. Yeah, we get it. I'd be happy to. Ready now? Sure am, thanks, Reem. With both of us here, the work will be done in no time flat. They went about making the best looking workspace they could. Afterwards, George made contact with the Royal Institute of Technology, and the time finally came to welcome Professor Skimmich on board the Courageous. Should be cool. Huh. Not quite up to my standards, but being that we're limited in our options inside the ship, this will have to do. It can't compare to the facilities in the Institute, but you made me the best with what you had, I suppose. Thanks, I guess. So there it is. I didn't expect you to obtain any Zemirian ore at all, much less this much of it. Where exactly did you find it? Class 7 obtained it from overcoming some very challenging trials. Come on, it's what you asked for, so you'll help us, right? That doesn't answer my question in the slightest, I'll have you know. Then again, the answer changes little. I'm a man of my word. You did what you were asked, so I'll draft you the finest blueprints the world has ever seen. Still, a project like this is not without its series of trial and errors. Your assistance will be crucial, George. You don't get in the way of my work. Right, anything you say. The tiara on Laura's head is moving. Well, so that's the famous Dr. G. Skimmich. He's as much of a cranky old fart as everyone says. He and George seem to work really well together though, don't they? Well, if I recall, they were once master and student. He's got some dashing good looks, but his personality leaves a lot to be desired. It doesn't take much to impress you, does it? Working with Zemirian ore is no doubt going to be a challenge. And they will need to find a way to use it to replicate the sharpness of a Taichi. Still, with Professor Skimmich on board, I'm sure they'll manage. He's the finest engineer in the country, if nothing else. Yeah, we'll just have to keep out of their hair and let them do what they do best. Finally, work on Valamar's Taichi began. George and Professor Skimmich worked as quickly as they could, so Class 7 would be ready when the time for the final battle with Crow came. And while they were working, the Courageous received a sudden and unexpected call. Oh boy, what is it gonna be? Is it got something to do with Crossbell? Oh hey, it's Claire. Are you sure, Captain?
Yes, absolutely. Several days ago, the Alliance moved their line of defense around the capital westward, which means that the east side of the capital, and in particular the area around Trista, are much more exposed than before.
That could totally work in our favor. Lucky us. Yeah, it sounds like we might finally be able to achieve what we set out to do. We finally have a chance to wrestle the Academy from the Alliance's grasp. Guess the Alliance is so focused on trying to defend Hindala, they don't have time to worry about Trista. We couldn't have asked for a better chance than this.
I have some other news that may be of interest to you as well. The Noble Alliance forces are no longer the ones supervising Thor's military academy. Instead, they've assigned that task to the upper class students so the army can focus on defending the capital.
Why the upper class students? I imagine they were chosen so the academy would technically still be under the control of nobility. I'm sure they're up to the task either way. Are we talking about all of the upper class students or just a select number?
The academy is being overseen by a group of students calling themselves the Order of the Lion. The group is centered around high-ranking nobles, and its commander is one of the sons of Marquis High Arms, Patrick T. High Arms.
Of course. Patrick! I heard that he was still at the academy, but just what is he doing? And what is this Order of the Lions? I know nobles love tradition, but that name sounds like something torn from a history of
Other key members include the son and daughter of Count Florald, together with a butler and maid from the upper-class dormitory. To my knowledge, the principal and the other instructors remain imprisoned within the academy itself, however.
Ferris is taking part too? If I had to wager a guess, the Alliance ordered them to, not like they're in a position to refuse. That's a little worrying.
Principal Van Dyke is an honorary general of the Army as well, so naturally, the Army is concerned for his well-being. As such, we of the RMP are preparing to liberate Trista and the Academy from the nobility. It will be carried out before the battle for Heimdall can begin, using our most elite units.
Oh, but that means... Captain, would you consider postponing your operation for at least a few days? Reen?
Do you not think the RMP is up to the task?
I don't doubt for a moment that you are. But since the day we were entrusted with the Courageous, no, even before that, liberating the Academy has been our dream. I don't mean Class 7's dream either. It's something that every single student gathered on this ship wants to be a part of. You could even say it's our duty. Whether someone else could handle it isn't the issue. It's what we've come this far for. We want to do it with our own hands. Thank you, Reen. I feel the same way as Reen does. Thor's was established by one of my ancestors, so I feel a connection to it in that sense. It feels only right that those who have an attachment to the Academy should come together to take it back. She's absolutely right. We've come all this way believing it would lead us back to the Academy. We can't just leave the last step of our journey to you. After all that's happened, I think we're the ones who should be fighting that Order of the Lion, don't you? Yeah, you're right. Yep, it's gotta be us. We've all put in an enormous amount of effort to make it this far. It's only fair, right? We wouldn't be setting a very good example as second years if we didn't see the task we've taken on through to the end. I want to go save Uncle Makarov too. That's a lot of yes votes right there. I'm pleased to see we're all unanimous. Ugh. Yeah, I want to do this too, Claire.
Really, Milliam? You too?
So, Captain, please, won't you leave taking back Trista and the Academy to us? We realize we're asking a lot, but this is genuinely important to us. When I find this dad again, I want to be able to look back and feel proud of all I've done. I was never raised to beg, but in this case, the price is too great. No price is too great.
I wasn't expecting to get quite so strong a reaction from you. It's almost like we went to different schools. I've never felt quite the devotion and attachment to the Academy all of you clearly possess. So it's a little strange for me to see how much each of you are willing to sacrifice, just so you can liberate Trista together. But strange in a good way.
Is that a yes?
We'll wait 2 days. Trista will form a vital base in our operation to take Heimdall. It needs to be liberated as soon as possible. I hope that will be enough time for you to achieve your dream of taking it back.
Thank you, Captain. If you weren't with the RMP already, you'd make a hell of an actress, you know. You put on quite a show for someone who was going to say yes all along.
And what makes you say that? Regardless, I will be praying for your success. I look forward to seeing you all again in Heimdall after this war is over.
Thank you. Good luck to you too, Captain. No cutscene is serious with that face on Elisa. Finally, Class 7 was granted permission to liberate Trista. They left deciding the specifics of the operation to Toa. And eventually, it was decided that they would carry out the mission on the same day a prototype of Valamar's new Taichi was completed. A prototype? I thought that would have been exactly enough ore only to make the Taichi in itself, but a prototype? The operation will begin today at 1200 hours. Ugh, military time. Make sure you've done everything you need to do before then. As you already know, I won't be taking part in this one. This one's all you. My job as a teacher is to stay here and wish you luck. I know you can do it. Thank you. Alright, so I'm taking all my stuff off of you. We still got some time until then, so it might be worth going around and making sure we've got everything we need. Yeah, we can't see too prepared. Not this time. Incidentally, how goes the development on Valamar's Taichi? Prototype was finished last night. There's still some work left to be done before it's completely finished, but personally, I'd say the progress we made is nothing to scoff at. Professor Skimmich really is something, isn't he? I guess, but can't he lighten up a bit? I went to go play down in his workshop and he got us all super mad at me. Were you expecting to be welcomed with a hug and some candy? Anyway, by the sound of it, he's going to keep finding ways to improve it until the very last minute. I'm going to be swapped with helping him out, but I should still be able to tune your Arcus units if you guys need it. We might just take you up on that, George. Whatever ensures you're ready as possible. So much is resting on this battle. I don't want us to go in with any regrets. Right. Including characters that I may not use. Oh gosh, that's lovely. So Sarah, you said you're not taking part of it, so I'm taking my stuff. Okay, cool. You don't need it. Right. Okay. With that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I can go around and check everybody's gear on my own time before we commence the operation. That way I'm not spending an entire episode of getting gear. That's never fun. I may not be able to get them the best gear possible, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.